What's up, guys? How's it going? My name is Lost, and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts Union Cards video. And in this video, they have finally brought back the Organization 13 event challenges that they had a while back ago when we was trying to farm and get copies of each of the Organization 13 members. Now, this one here is actually going to be a little different. They took a very different paywall kind of route, if you want to say it that way. In a way, you kind of do get some of your jewels back, but basically what they did, and I'm guessing they're going to be doing this for the next 12 members, or 13 if you count Shion, but what they are doing so far is they released a banner along with this Organization 13 event. And in this Organization event, which is Xaldin that we are going for this time, they have the Xaldin banner, who does have voice. If you saw the medal showcase that I did, definitely go check it out. This time, instead of just, just plain old a member, they actually added voice onto it. But they did a 5 mercy pull on this medal. Now, with the event, what they decided to do, which was nice of them, but at the same time, you are wasting jewels, or using jewels, wasting jewels, depending on, if you're trying to get lucky with the pulls. But what they did is that once you pull a copy, an actual copy of whatever member it is that they have out for the month, the event that comes with it is basically awakening medal, so that you can roll traits on the actual medal itself. But of course, you first have to get the medal itself, which sucks for a lot of people, especially for myself. Like, in a way, I'm like a collector. I want to have the medal, just to say that, hey, I have it in my album and I guilted it, etc., etc. But with this one's a little bit different because, like I said, they're putting it behind a paywall, but you do get 5 awakening copy medals of which is right now Xaldin, and you also get 5,000 jewels. Now, I don't know if they're gonna keep doing the whole jewels thing every 13th of each month. If they do, that is pretty sweet, because that will let us know that, hey, even if we don't get a copy, an actual copy that we can use of Xaldin or whoever the next member is going to be in the future, at least we know we're gonna get 5,000 jewels. So it's either you save your jewels, you get yourself an extra 5k, or you pull on the banner if you really want that member and get 5,000 jewels back. So we're gonna do a live playthrough of this event. There's 13 quests, and so far, like, the biggest spoiler that I have seen is that the last quest, Xaldin has a crap ton of HP. So what I might do, if it's the same repetitive thing where I'm just like killing him with the same setup over and over, I might just skip over to whatever quest it is that I will have to start changing my Keyblade setup. So level 2000 Xaldin, as you can see by the banner, this is a, what was it? I think it was a 6-star. Yeah, it's a 6-star banner. So it's gonna be super tough. So we're about to see what craziness it is that JP has thrown at us, and I'm very curious to know how NA is gonna treat this. If they're actually gonna down it down when it comes to the level of the member, or if they I want to know exactly what it is they're gonna change, because if they're actually just gonna straight copy and paste onto NA, I'm calling it right now. A lot of people are going to be upset. A lot of people are going to be complaining. And of course, the main thing that everybody, and probably every YouTuber, is going to say is you're either going to need Kairi or Shion EX. Because without those two, and doing this with 0.2 Kairi, I could see it right now. It's going to be like almost impossible. So anyways, this is my setup. Okay. So we're gonna mess around with my setup right here real quick, and I did have a setup set up, but I'm not sure what happened to it. Let's see. So since it's only going to be one enemy to my guess, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my FFRK Terra for that extra 30% guilt boost. I'm also going to have a copy medal to copy my Kairi EX that has second chance 3, because this guy is a level 2000 enemy. So having an extra second chance is just to be safe, it's not a bad thing to have. We're gonna put in my HD Shion that is not boosted, but it has attack boost 6 max or 7. I think it's 6. I don't know my Roman numerals, but it has ground and air, which is great. Again, since it is a single target enemy, and I believe it is an air type and it's not a ground, I'm going to use my Lunging Will. Just because of that high multiplier. It's a 6.40. Once I get in that extra 30% guild in it, it's going to be a tier 6, and plus a -2 upright defense down on it. It's going to give me some pretty good damage, I'm hoping. And then for our pet slot, we're going to put in this. You know, why not? Because this 7.30 multiplier, the thing is going to destroy. So I'm really hoping that, actually, you know what? Because this guy is a speed, I am gonna put FFRK Terra. I mean, not Terra. Warrior of Light with my Lux 2 and Attack Boost 6 max. Not the best traits, but that air, it's definitely gonna help me out. Plus that extra plus -2, which is gonna give me, by the time he gets to this metal, it's gonna be a -4 upright defense down, which is gonna be sweet. The damage is gonna be beautiful. So we're gonna go in with this. We're gonna see how I do. Hopefully I don't have too much trouble with it. A lot of people have been telling me too that you're gonna have to turtle the last quest, and if it comes down to that, I will do it so that you guys can kind of get an idea of how it can be done, because no quest is not impossible as long as you have the right metals. Now, if my loading time, there you go. My loading times want to cooperate with me. Okay, so level 2000. And if my loading times want to cooperate, could be in a booty. Alright. And we can use a friend metal, which is sweet. Let's see, what can we use? I want to have something that has air on it. Ooh, that has extra attack. And it's a 0 gauge. Ooh, that's tempting. Let's see. So I'm gonna use 5. Ooh, I might be able to use this actually. Let's see. See what other fan metals that I got. That one's ground. Okay. What about this one? This one has ground and plus 2 +1000s, which is cool. I think I might stick with that one, and we're gonna see what's up. So let's go in with this. Enough chit chatting. Let's see what in the world I'm about to take care of. Now, just as an FYI, in case anybody does not know, this is Data Xaldin. This is not the actual Xaldin himself. So before everybody gets confused as to like why in the world we are fighting the Xaldin, it's not actually him. It's just the Data version. Oh my god. Oh shoot. This guy has 3,650 HP bars. What the nani? Alright, so we're doing a little over a mil, which is pretty good. See, I'm not sure if this guy is ground or not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Okay. Well, thankfully the buffs do carry over, which is pretty good. But trying to beat this thing in 3 turns might be questionable. I may have to change my setup. Okay. Ooh, no. I almost hit the auto button. I can go straight to Terra. Let's see. Lingering Will does 11 hits. I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna use 1 Lingering Will because I want to take advantage of that 3.40 multiplier. I'm gonna tap again, and then I'm gonna use Terra. I mean, not Terra. Warrior of Light. Oh, wow, that damage! 2.4 mil damage, guys. That is a lot of damage. Okay, and Friend Metal's doing 1.3, which is still just beautiful. And there's your answer. He is Data. Data Xaldin. And that was actually a pretty cool way to get to leave out, just like how it was in Kingdom Hearts 2. Final mix. Okay, so that was quest 1. Not too bad, not too horrible. Okay, and for the rewards, we get an HDL. We get our first awakening medal of Xaldin, and we get 2,000 jewels. Okay, so we're back into quest 2. I actually had to cut it out right there because the loading times for me today are just terrible. I don't know if it's because of maintenance that just happened about an hour ago, but it's just going so slow, so I'm gonna be cutting it off here and there. But this time it's Xaldin again. Data Xaldin is going to be level 2,250. I believe you can do the same thing, but I think I might change it up a little bit with my Keyblade setup, because Lingering Will does way too many hits, and we want to try to avoid ourselves doing that. My Diz, how many hits does he do? He does 4 hits. That might be a little bit more better. And let me see what other medals I got. Can you use Ventus? Well, Ventus has a 5.62. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna try Diz in this one because he does 4 hits, so it's gonna be a total of 12 hits, and I believe I should be just like right under that counter before Xaldin does a counter attack on me. So let's try this out. I'm gonna go ahead and skip over into that scene. Alright guys, so we're back on to the second quest for Data Xaldin. This guy has 4,107 HP with a general strength of buff of times 5. So I believe that the setup that I have now should work out. I'm really hoping that it does. But we're gonna see. Actually, I'm gonna put it on auto just to see how, if it'll work out or not. Okay, so a little over 2 mil, which is pretty good. 2.4. Right, my regular disc is doing 2.7. Now Terra is gonna do 2.26 mil, which is pretty good. I'm still above the counter, so I should be able to 2-turn this medal. What would have been really nice for both the FFRK medals is if the ability was 2 turns. That would just make this extremely too easy. Alright, so I'm gonna get killed here, which is perfectly fine. But I did take out a little over 3,000 bars of health, which is pretty good. Okay, and that's it. So switching in this was actually a very smart idea. And so again, what I'm gonna do, if it's the same repetitive steps over and over, you know, me kicking Data Xaldin's butt over and over, then I'm just gonna go skip onto a quest that is going to be super tough. So I will see you guys right back then. But in this one, real quick, we're getting 250 jewels in the mirror and an HDL. Okay, guys, so we finally got to quest 13. I was doing pretty good until quest 12, where I did have to change my setup a little bit, and I actually had to use another Keyblade, which is Fenrir. I really tried my best to complete all of this using Fairy Stars, because of course Fairy Stars is overall the best Keyblade in the game, but I was not having much luck because I was doing neutral or less than the amount of damage that I wanted to because of FFRK Terra, who is a magic medal, and of course magic going up against speed, I am losing damage, and then neutral damage when I was using this. So I decided to go with a straight power setup. Of course there is Kingdom Hearts 2 nominate, but she's a copy medal, so technically once she copies the Warrior of Light friend medal, it's a power medal. So either way, it's a straight power setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it one more time so you guys can see how I just barely, if it wasn't for this double casted Warrior of Light, I would be in one hell of a bind. But let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. One thing that I was trying to attempt to do, and I might keep trying it later on, is I was trying to turtle the event. I was trying to turtle quest 12 and 13 because with Fairy Stars, on quest 12, I did not have enough strength. I didn't do enough damage to be able to take care of the Xaldin, or Xaldin, however you want to pronounce it, in 3 turns. So, I messed around with a lot of setups. You know, using old medals like HPO, Winnie the Pooh and Friends, or Pooh and Friends, the Chicken Little setup, and a lot of it was based on RNG because of the fact that his Data Xaldin has 2 different types of attacks. The one attack is the spears that come up from the sky, or wherever we are at. The other attack is his wind attack, and the thing is, with his wind attack, once you get him down to that -7 general strength debuff on him, he removes that buff. And his wind attack is also very random with critical hits, so sometimes you won't get dealt with that extra damage, and sometimes you do. So it's all based on RNG, you know, and so because of that, it was too much. So basically, I just had to go with a straight power setup using my Fenrir that it's a level 35.2. Level 35 should be fine. You know, you can use Nova if you do need to do that extra tiny little bit of damage to be able to take care of it. But my Fenrir basically just went through quest 12, and it definitely just barely, guys. If it wasn't for this double cast Warrior of Light, I don't know what I do. Like, I would have to find me a Warrior of Light friend medal that would have aerial trait, because if not, we would have a problem. So, as you guys can see right here, I am doing a little over 30,000 bars, 3,000 bars worth of damage to this guy, and that's what I need to do, because he does start off at a little over 9,000 bars of HP. So when I noticed that this setup right here was actually doing work for me, especially with Warrior of Light having that insane multiplier whenever going up against single target enemies, it pretty much my win was just guaranteed. So thankfully I did find a setup. I really wish I could have finished it off with Fairy Stars the whole way, but it looks like the game just didn't want to cooperate with me. But as you guys can see right here, I did manage to take care of it with Fenrir, which is pretty awesome. I might, in future live streams, try to see if I can find a turtling setup, because I know there's going to be a lot of people who plays JP who are going to struggle with this event, because either they're missing medals, they don't have the right skills. Just one, if it's not one thing, it's going to mess up your setup entirely, because you're going to be missing out on it, so which really sucks. But if you guys want to, or if not, if you want to join me in a future live stream where I do play KHUx, and if somebody requests for me to try to turtle the heck out of it, even though I don't know if it would be best to do it, because during a live stream when you're trying to turtle something, it does take a very long time. So I might just do it in a video if I can find the right setup for it. So do let me know in the comment section below, guys. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like, and if you want to see some more future content in the future, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video, and as always, I will see you guys later.